Good morning, Mimi.
So let's start with you, Jojo. I mean, we've heard of doomsday scenarios of machines taking over jobs the humans used to do. And it's not just in call centers, but even in hospitality. I mean, you've got Marriott hotel chain, for one, has hired chatbots for customer service. Do you have any sort of data as to how many jobs have actually been taken over by machines, and consequently, how many workers have been displaced here in the Philippines at least?
So to answer your question, there's no workers displaced here in the Philippines because robots already taken over. What happened was there's a combination of machine plus the human touch that we're able to deliver the service to our customers. So machines are not taking over yet.
Over yet? Am I supposed to think that this is going to happen soon, just not now? Or you don't see this scenario happening, like a total wipeout of human jobs?
We don't see the scenario. We're very optimistic. In fact, with the technology happening right now, being available for our industry, which our industry is the very first mover in terms of adapting to this technology, is more on how we can efficiently deliver customer experience to our clients. So it's really a combination of human plus machines, and not even just a machine can deliver this experience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Mimi, if I can add on, the investments that we're making in some of this new technology is really there to help enhance the employee's ability to provide better service for customers. So we look at this actually as a huge opportunity. Yeah. It's an exciting time for our industry. There's more data available now than ever before around what customers expect. Yeah. And also where we can help improve those customer experiences. And so blending, as Jojo mentioned, blending those technologies with training really is an opportunity for us to enhance the customer experience. And we don't view it as a job replacement concern. It's really how do we make sure that we're putting our employees in the right position to take advantage of this technology and use this new training.
You know, right. Craig, 1 year ago on this same show, you actually said humans won't be replaced, they will be retooled to become a hybrid digital and live interaction agent. Two things. Number one, right. How much will it cost to retool Filipino agents, and how long? What is the time period for that retooling? Let's start with that.
Yeah, look, I don't think you can put an incremental number onto it. We're in the process, in our company as well as many companies in the industry. We're in the process of really rethinking how we train employees, what technologies we use, and so we're incrementally making these changes. We're using the same budget, if you will, the same investment, strategies that we were using last year or 5 years ago. We're just redirecting those investments into some of this new technology. How long will it take? Well, I think it's already happening. I mean, as you mentioned, there are many organizations which have introduced chatbots, and what many of your viewers may not realize is that it's not just chatbots. There are humans that are working with the chatbots, sometimes right alongside. Sometimes you may be thinking you're talking to a chatbot, but you're really talking to a human. So there's this blend that's happening, which I think is really, again, it's exciting for the industry because it's really improving the overall experience for customers.
Jojo, you guys did a survey, and the findings were pretty interesting. Of those who do voice jobs in the Philippines, only 14% are engaged in low-skill tasks. This would be telemarketing, order taking, simple assistance. Yes. 51% are actually doing middle-level skills like providing solutions, providing tech support, upselling, and the remaining 35% are into high-level skill jobs. So contrary to what many of us think, Filipinos are actually into middle and high skill level jobs.
Yes, we are. In fact, when this industry started, 15, 16, or 17 years ago, we're doing the basic customer service, basic telemarketing, director assistant type of call, people asking for phone numbers, addresses, taking orders. We're doing much more than that now.
And for the high-level skills job, is India still our biggest competitor?
In terms of volume or numbers, I would say yes, they are the largest competitor. But the Philippines are now competing with a lot of countries, even onshore, nearshore companies, or even companies in Eastern Europe, in Asia Pacific region, in Australia. So there's a lot of competition for the Philippines, and exactly why the Philippines and Contact Center Association of the Philippines are doing this conference every year, gathering our leaders to make sure how we can remain competitive and how we can further grow this industry.
So Jojo, how do you think we can move more of our Filipinos into the high skills level job?
It already started, and that's why there's only a few, of our labor force doing the basic, but not really the basic compared years ago. But it's more of the customer demands and requirements. So there are still customers of ours that requires some basic customer service or basic call center services, but some of them have already, or majority of them actually have moved towards the mid to a more complex type of work. So the industry is actually moving based on how the market is shifting and requirements of our customers. Craig be able to also to answer based on what's happening in their company.
I was going to ask Craig, I mean, with the rise of the so-called digital first policy, how are the demands or the expectations of customers changing when it comes to what we expect to get from these customer service?
Yeah, Mimi, it's a great question. I don't think anything has really changed in terms of customer demand. Customers expect resolution. They expect quick turnaround times. They expect honest and accurate information. So none of that has changed. But again, back to my earlier comments, what we're sitting on right now is that we're really at the edge of being able to really expand the ability for our employees to enhance those experiences and to meet those very high demands from customers using this technology and some of this new training that we're in the midst of developing and rolling out.
Yeah, and I think it's so. If I may add, Mimi, customer nowadays wanted what Craig is saying, wanted that information fast and quick, resolution to their problem fast and quick, right? Wanted to book a hotel, wanted to book an airline, you want it fast, right? People wanted all this information because of the way with the current technology, with the current trends in the market right now, their jobs, they only can give X number of minutes or hours to do all these things. So they want to be able to resolve all their issues, get all their information, book the airlines, book the hotel, everything fast.
And exciting times. Craig, I wanted to ask you, you're one of the biggest players here in the Philippines. What are your expansion plans here, considering that if AI or automation or machines are not the biggest threats, you've got the train law, which is threatening to rationalize the fiscal incentives, and you guys are going to take a hit because some of your offices are located in PEZA. With these things in mind, number one, how will that impact you and your growth plans? How many more are you going to be slowing down on opening new branches here in the Philippines?
Well, first of all, we're a very proud locator with PEZA. PEZA's been a tremendous help to us over the years, has really provided tremendous support to help us grow our business. Let me be clear, and I made this comment, I think, last year. The Duterte administration has really a very interesting and I think very complementary strategy to our industry, and that is developing the countryside. We have an enormous talent pool that lives and is looking for jobs outside of Metro Manila. And so anything that drives incentives and investment incentives into the countryside, we think is great for the industry, and it's certainly very, very good for Sitel. Sitel has a very large presence in Metro Manila, but our presence in the countryside has also been growing. All of our new facilities in the last 2 years have been in the countryside.
So how about the rationalization of fiscal incentives, and how will this impact your plans to just add the number of your branches in the Philippines?
Well, yeah, I mean, the investment incentives are to motivate these investments into places where jobs are needed. Our motivation is to bring jobs to areas where we can get the best overall deal. So any of the work that this administration is doing around continuing to help us drive growth into the countryside and prepare the workforce in the countryside for these high-skilled jobs is very welcome. And it's as part of our growth strategy, we're focusing on developing our business and growing our business in the countryside where these economic incentives and also just the people, the incentives of having great high-skilled people, where that is.
Okay, on that note, thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining us this morning.